It is true, you must earn your freedom. It is not free. Every act of courage and integrity requires overcoming something, releasing something and escaping something, both within yourself and outside of yourself. Life is moving. You must move with it. You must prepare for it. You must respond to it. You must feel it and experience it, and you must take action. The Recommendations for Living in a Great Waves World provides a set of questions and directives that apply to nearly everyone. This is the beginning preparation for the great waves of change. It is the beginning because the great waves will be long-lasting, and there is no set of written guidelines that can answer everyone's needs and questions. Beyond fulfilling the recommendations and using them fully, one must rely upon knowledge and the wisdom one possesses and the wisdom of others to make wise decisions. Because everyone's life is different, their circumstances, their obligations, their relationships and the state of their own mental and physical health, their pathways are all different. That is why one prescription will not work for everyone. It is to bring you to the great guidance of knowledge ultimately that will give you the strength and the wisdom you need to proceed. But certain initial preparations must be made. If your circumstances are putting you in great jeopardy in the face of the great waves of change, you must attend to them now. Do not wait, or you may not be able to change them. Where you live, how you move about, your work, your health, the amount of support you gain from your relationships, your behavior and your emotions, these are all very important. It is not enough to just change one's thinking. One must change one's life. Here you will have to override your social conditioning and your weaker tendencies, disappointing other people, breaking the chains that hold you in place. The power to do this comes from your determination not to be a slave to other forces, not to be bound and hindered by things that are not true and genuine. You build the strength to do this by doing this. This is what will carry you forward. The new message will provide the tools, but you must use them and learn to use them wisely, building the 4 pillars of your life to counteract eccentricity in areas of your life where you are in denial. Building a solid foundation. Building a strong relationship with yourself, with other people, with where you live, with what you do, with how you think. Discovering your strengths and your weaknesses, fortifying the former and managing the latter. There is no other way if you are to become strong and self-determined in the face of the great waves of change. There is no safety and security now to hide behind or to relinquish your strength to. For what security will there be in pretending that there is not a great challenge, holding on to what little you have, attaching yourself to whatever gives you a temporary sense of security and well-being? What security will there be? What will not be challenged? What will not be vulnerable to the great waves of change? Many people will go down with the ship because they do not want to leave the ship, while others have escaped, waiting to be rescued. This is the sad truth about human existence, because humanity as a whole has not really become strong and united sufficiently. But individuals have and always have, and now many more must gain this strength and stability and this focus. Life is giving you signs. It is telling you what is coming. Knowledge within you is giving you signs, urging you to respond. People use confusion as a place to hide, to mask the things that they are recognizing and to avoid being with these things and taking action. It is like a smoke screen so that people will not have to see, know and act and take the risks and face the challenge. It is a group addiction. It is a mass avoidance. The masses of people are living at a very low level of integrity. You cannot allow this for yourself. You must choose otherwise. And if this means you have to leave your friends or break away from your family, this is what it will require. This is what has been required of all the great saints and messengers and all the people who have gone on to do important and great things. In nearly all cases, they had to break away from their former allegiances to have the freedom, the strength and the opportunity to assume a greater life and a greater service. Think not that your life is not important enough to do this. Pay attention to what you tell yourself in this regard. For there are many voices within you, but only one is true. There is the voice of your culture. There is the voice of your family and parents. There is the voice of your friends. There is the voice of your religious tradition, if you have a religious tradition. There is the voice of your teachers and other influential people in your life. Then there is the voice of knowledge, which speaks through your feelings, through your ideas and through your physical sensations. Ultimately, only one of these voices is true. Knowledge may be reflected in the wisdom of your parents, the wisdom of your friends, the wisdom of your teachers, even the wisdom of your culture, but this wisdom is rare and exceptional. Take time now to be with this. Stop your endless running around and take time to be with this greater community message and to be with the reality of the great waves of change. Take retreat. Do not discuss it yet with your friends. You must consider it first within yourself. You must establish your own relationship with it first. Do not bring it into idle conversation. Do not seek the opinions of others until you yourself know the truth for yourself. This is discretion, and it is important. People give away their certainty through idle conversation with others. This is a calling to you, for you, not for them. They have their own calling. This is your calling. How will you respond to it? Observe yourself. See what your mind tells you. Listen to the different voices within you. Do you use reason or emotion or the consensus of others or authority figures to dissuade you from being with something that you see? What are the ways that you undermine your certainty and invalidate your own experience? Do you use reason or faith or assumptions or other people's authority or convention or history? What do you use to betray yourself and your experience? You must know this. You must know both your strengths and your weaknesses. You must know your tendencies regarding seeing, knowing and acting. You will need to moderate your behavior and your thinking. This can be done. You have the power. You are not simply a slave to your feelings or to your social conditioning. You have the power. But to know this power, you must use it, and you must act upon it. Otherwise, power is just an idea, a fleeting moment of experience, a recognition but not yet the functioning reality within you. The great waves have everything to do with who you are and why you are in the world. But how will you know this unless you become engaged, unless you take action, unless you commit yourself to taking this action? Relationship is realized through recognition, through resonance and through taking action. This is true with your relationship with a person, with a place or with a great set of events. You cannot sit on the sidelines and understand. You will never see the truth there. You must enter the fray because this is your life. This is why you have come. This has everything to do with your circumstances, with your well-being, with your freedom, with the value and quality of your life, and with the value and quality of your most precious relationships. This is why God has given you knowledge, to guide you, to protect you and to lead you into a greater life. This is why knowledge holds the key to whether you will respond to the great waves and to the wisdom, the meaning and the value of your response. You must be willing to do things that other people are not doing. You must be willing to see things that other people are not seeing, to know things that other people are not knowing, and to take action that other people are not taking, because in truth you may be the only person you know or one of very few you know who is doing anything to respond and to prepare. This is how knowledge becomes strong in you. Human beings are not herds of cattle or herds of sheep, though they can behave like this in so many ways. Yet this is not their reality. To gain the strength to respond differently, you must adopt this strength and you must act upon it. There is no other way for you to know its truth and its value for you. Life now is giving you the perfect motivation to do this. You are no longer living under quiescent circumstances when nothing is demanding anything of you. To the contrary, you are living under ever more demanding circumstances, and life is demanding many things from you. What is the most important thing that life is demanding? To answer this question, look not only within yourself, but also beyond yourself to see what is brewing on the horizon. Events will happen whether you are ready or not. You cannot wish them away. They will happen no matter what your state of mind or state of consciousness. The great waves of change are coming. They are building. They are emerging on the horizon. They are already affecting millions of people around the world. What will you do now? What will you follow? What voice within yourself will you follow? What wisdom beyond yourself will you heed? How much courage will you muster? How far will you go in your preparation? How seriously will you take the situation? To what degree will you compromise yourself to meet the intentions or the expectations of others? Only you can answer these questions. Here you are being given the gift of awareness. This is a gift that is given with love and with respect. God honors the great strength in you, a great strength that you're only beginning to discover. God honors your greater purpose for being in the world, a greater purpose that you're only beginning to discern and to discover. God is giving you the great advantage of forewarning, a forewarning that will be up to you to discern and to either accept or reject. This is God's gift to you. And it must be your gift to yourself.